Good evening. It's not in my habit to speak into cameras, but we are trying to launch a YouTube channel, and in that spirit, I think I'm very eager to tell you about how the Edinburgh Fringe unfolded in 2023. It was my second show, so obviously it was a little bit harder to write and motivate myself to get there in the first place because I kind of tried a different tactic this year. I was very busy with my filmmaking until almost July, which is, weeks before the Fringe. I was shooting until 2 days before the run started. So I knew that the schedule would look very different and my expectations were set up very differently this year. But I'm very proud to say that I managed to pull off the second show with a lot of success. We sold out 75% of the run. I've just, gotten the numbers back and I'm very happy about that. But people kept coming back and the audience reviews were absolutely wonderful.
Very nice. Yeah, it was really great.
That was fun.
Cheers.
Thank you for coming. Another thing I'm really pleased about is the fact that I ran into a lot of acts whom I really admire and whose work feels aspirational to someone like me. So I have a very clear sense of direction as to where I'm headed with comedy, and I feel very glad that it happened in the way it happened, because to be very honest, I think I was very mentally, emotionally and physically spent by the time the 17-day run ended, because I'm a self-produced act, so a lot of my work I do myself, and I'm on my feet a lot. I think I walked upwards of 350,000 steps in Edinburgh. Every day was spent walking around, talking to people, inviting them to the show, trying to understand where to sort of put the pieces together, if you will, because I took about 3 to 4 days to understand the shape of my own show this year, because I knew I was not going in with a completed piece. And I'm really glad that from the beginning to the end, it felt like the pace just got better and better, and the show felt much sharper. I have a lot of content to share with you from the show, and I was just so happy that we made the decision to go there and we pulled it off as a family. My kids were there for a couple of days, so not the whole run at all, and by no means the entire week, because the run is extremely expensive. The whole month of August is insane when it comes to Edinburgh and the prices for everything there. And we also managed to shoot a short film, which was about a 3-day shoot with 2 of my most favorite acts. We titled the piece Comedians in Bars. It is about all the things that kind of hold us back and all the apocryphal freedoms we have. I'm an immigrant mother of 2 children, so I think being a comedian is a very difficult choice for me, but I do it anyway because I love it, and it's a halfway house with everything else that I'm trying to achieve artistically. I have a friend called Jay Lafferty, who is a Scottish comedian. She's a local comedian in Edinburgh, and a fantastic one at that, and she took time to talk to us in this documentary, as did Benjamin Elliott, who has cerebral palsy and runs a show with a group called the Blue Badge Bunch, and he was so much fun to talk to. I met him last year. I've seen his act a couple of times, and he's extremely funny and light-hearted in the way he presents a life that is so challenging, and how to sort of laugh at it, at all the challenges that come your way. And I think I was very inspired by just the act of creating that little film in those 3 days. A few things that could have gone better really were to do with how the whole thing plays out for an artist. Of course, you go back there thinking, why am I here in the first place? That's always the sentiment for the second year, I think, about the fantastic coverage the show got on several channels of the BBC and a lot of other press. I'm so grateful about that, and really it is it's a milestone that I'm happy about and will smile about, because I've taken 2 weeks off entirely without thinking about comedy or Instagram or YouTube or TikTok, and I've had a fantastic time just relaxing and rejuvenating and thinking about all that is important to me, because I think I'm very aware of where I sit in this world and what I'm trying to do with myself and the work that I make, and I feel like this is the beginning of something wonderful and big. So stay tuned, and if you like this content, please hit subscribe to my YouTube channel. Every bit counts, and I look forward to sharing my journey with you.